Hey Keyblade Kitties, Kobe here again, Kingdom Hearts Unchained. Got a couple new updates. We got a new epic metal carnival that's filled with darkness. In case you didn't know, darkness is the heart's true essence. So we got some new epic metals. We got a Roxas, an Axel, and a Xemnas. And the new hot items of the week will be Illustrated Ansem and Boss Marluxia. And like the previous 2 or 3 epic metals, you can get a boosted versions of the hot items. Speaking of hot, we got the Rax medal. So if you pull a Illustrated Ansem or a Boss Marluxia, I think at the end of the event they're just going to throw a Rax medal your way. So for those of you who maybe need one extra one to guilt or don't have one, maybe you'll get lucky and pull those epic or super rare medals. Illustrated Ansem, he's a single target, 13 hits in exchange for HP, and lowers target's defense by 2 tiers for 1 turn. So it's a pretty good medal. Boss Marluxia, 13 hits with no attributes. From what I'm told, he's a heavy hitter, so I'm hoping I get this guy. Roxas, deal 3 hits, inflicts damage in exchange for defense. Axel, deal 2 hits in exchange for HP. And Xemnas, he's your Sephiroth, he's your Stitch, he's your Master Sora. The more special attacks you use, the stronger he'll be. And sitting at the end of Treasure Trove, he'll probably do a good amount of damage. Same like last time, every Epic Metal Carnival, buy 10, you're guaranteed to get that Illustrated Ansem. Next update, the High Score Challenge. So when I first saw this, I was like, Attack Boost 2 and Lux Plus, whatever. I mean, I have a bunch of Attack Plus 2s, and Lux Plus really isn't that great. It turns out they actually combine that skill. It is Attack Boost 2 and Lux Plus in one skill, which, I mean, Attack Boost 2 is still pretty cool. Lux Plus is put them together. Why not try and get them? So top 200 is going to get 3, 201 to 1000 will get 2, and 1001 to 2000 will get 1. I'm hoping to get top 1000. I'm not going to put a lot of effort into this Epic Metal Carnival. The one that I really tried to work for was the Roxas Axel Xion one, and I ended up getting that, so we're good to go in there. I already ran through it once with no boosts, and I got up to 2,500 points, so you're going to get a decent amount of stuff for that. And let's go ahead and jump into the video. What we're going to do right now is we're going to guilt a couple things. We're going to go ahead and guilt the Beast Medal last. So right now we're going to start it off with Orin. I got a couple of these guys from my previous pulls from the last Epic Metal Carnival, I believe it was. Medals you'll probably never use. Well, some people will, but I probably will never use this guy. I did that at first because, that was the best paid medal I had. Trying to get higher than 39. Probably won't end up doing that, but I'm not really all that worried about it. He's like your Yuna. He's just a stronger version of that. 50% instead of 25. 39% again. Not heartbroken. My first guilt on King Mickey. I've heard some pretty good things about this one. I did use one person's King Mickey very early on when I first started the game. I was like, wow, this thing does so much damage. It's probably, the power creep has probably made it less as much so, but, I mean, just for the album, 34%, not great. Let's move on to Power Medals. I think I got a Leon and a Cloud reroll. These were medals that I used for a bit, mostly Leon, but once I started getting the better ones, they kind of just power creep their way down. 43% again. Not heartbroken. My treasure trove is looking pretty good right now, so don't really need him all that much. And for Cloud, I'm going to go ahead and roll a 42%. Looks like we're not increasing anything today. We're going to move on to speed real quick. I don't think I have anything in speed. I do not. Alright, so we're going to go back to power. And for this video, I am going to guilt the Sweetheart Beast. And then I'm going to show you what you should be doing with your Sweetheart Beast. %. Wow. And you can't even throw this in there to increase the guilt. So it's kind of a silly extra metal alternate art. It's just going to be weaker because you're going to end up guilting this thing. And, why even bother? So Sweetheart Beast steals the slightly powerful hits, slightly recovers HP. In my opinion, this is probably one of the worst event medals that we've gotten. I mean, Owl is pretty bad. Oh, I'm sorry. Owl is an epic from the carnival. Meow Wow is pretty terrible too. It was 2 extremely powerful hits for 4 cost, I think. So that one is probably the worst. Oh, 4 for 4. Okay. Still a pretty low multiplier. I want to say that, in my personal opinion, I think the Beast Medal is the worst one. Because at least, you've got a little bit extra power with the Meow Wow. This thing is just garbage. And so what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you what you should do with your Beast Medal. I've got this little Olette here that I have. She's looking pretty weak, so we're going to go ahead and power her up a little bit. Let's give her an attack boost 1. And why don't we put Beast in there? I think that's something we should do. Because this is how I feel about this medal. It is trash. Alright, so now we have our level 20 1-star Olette with attack boost 1. Now, we're going to sell her for $660, because selling one at level 20, you get more than selling one at level 1. And that's what I think needs to happen to that Beast Medal, because it is trash. Now, I might end up getting rid of this one too a little bit later on, but I'm going to keep it for now, because why not? That pretty much wraps up this video, guys. As you can see, I have a good number of jewels, so right after this, I'm going to be running through the Epic Metal Carnival for this week. And that about does it. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.